Hey, welcome back everybody. Today's the day. We're going to see if we can get this G Moline running. Built in 1952. In a previous video, I just wanted to see if it turned over, just so I could, know what to order for parts. Because I left water in it. It froze, pushed freeze plugs out of the cylinders, or out of the heads. So I was just going to get different heads for it. But things aren't working out the way I'd hoped time-wise, so this may end up being a winter project. But again, our annual show is featuring Minneapolis Moline. This has not run in 10 years, and I want to see if I can get it running. But first, we got to get the AV out of the way. Remember, this is the one we just got done working on, getting the wheels built, and that was the second reason of doing the wheels, is so I could pull it out of the way easy. And if I get that G running, so let's go grab the R Moline, which I got warming up right now. We'll hook onto this and we'll pull it out of the way, and we'll get started on the G. Well, if you saw the video where we tried getting the 705 running, and did, and then we came to see this turnover, you know this routine already. That battery is way too old shot. We do know it turns over. Can off the exhaust. Find the button. Still sounds good. Throw that in the toolbox. Oh, look at that. My bungee cord's still in there for the battery hold down. And a piece of ready rod. Huh. Love digging in old toolboxes like that. All right. We need to find out if we got any spark and see if, well, let's see if we dump gas in this, if it'll, man, this thing's caked. See if the gas will get down to the sediment bowl. Or the sediment bowl. Yeah, the sediment bowl. I know what I'm talking about. Oh man, the gasket on that gas cap dry rotted. Oh, I don't have that open. See if I can balance that. Oh, there she goes. I can't tell what it looks like, but it's going. Ooh, and mixing with the old whatever's left gas in there. It's not super clear. Can't be much gas left in there from before, so should be able to dilute it with new gas. All right, spark. Fortunately, on the G's, like the R's and Z's, the distributor or magneto is at the direct front of the engine, so you got to reach in there a ways. On the G's and U's, magneto's out on the side, or distributor's here, and we'll be able to check easily. Turn the power on. Get a test light. We got to find a ground on all this rust again. Hey, there we go. We got power to the coil. So I wonder if it'll start. We don't know if we have, we don't know if we got power at the point, so let's go ahead and pop that. And let's check the inside. Yeah, let's get the spider webs out. Oh, wow. Looks like I put a new cap on here at some point. All the contacts are nice and shiny. Take the rotor off. Take the dust cap off. Trying to find a decent place to put this so it doesn't get dirty. Oh, the points look new. We got spark. Okay, let's shut the ignition off. There we go, that should do it. Yep. And I'm going to run my points file, or what's left of it. I'm going to run that through there just to touch them up, although, like I said, it had pretty good spark. I don't know if you could hear it popping. If I can get it back. There we go. There's a little corrosion on there. You see a little bit of white coming off on the, you know, can't see it real easy, but there's a little bit of white right there. All right, put that back in the bucket. Clean that dust cap off. Make sure you set it in the right spot. Here's the wide spot. Fits right there. Yeah, I used to pull this tractor. Wheelie bars are still on it. We still have to, or we have to have wheelie bars for all our classes. I pulled it at, I took the wheel weights off and pulled it 7,000 pounds. Did okay. My brother beat up on me quite a bit with that Massey 55 of his, but it was still fun. So at some point we need to get this set up so we can have water in it. Okay, we're going to go back around to the other side and see if it'll pop off. All right, double check again. Neutral, clutch pack. See if the choke cable, choke cable works. We know we got power, so let's give it a try. I'm getting smoke. Good grief, I think the float's stuck. I had gas running out of it. Let's try it again. I cannot believe it started that easy. In the video where we're trying to see if I was trying to get this to turn over, I started to cheat with ether and it was popping smoke, but it wouldn't fire. So maybe it's not an ether baby. Maybe it doesn't like ether. Maybe it's got to have natural, real gas. So let's take a look at this thing. Look at this. So when I pulled this, it still has the wheel weights on the front. It was balanced very nice for the track that we pulled on. It's got 18 438s on the back. This is an original front with those knobs on the sidewall, or on the outside ribs. That's a newer tire. I mean, newer. It's probably still like 19 60 or 70 right there. That radiator core in there, whenever that was done 15 years ago, I don't know, maybe more, that was like $300, $350. I'd like to see you get a new, what would a new core like that cost nowadays? Let me know. It had the rear wheel weights on it. I took those off. They're in the parts room currently. That got me from 8,000, or close to 8,000, down to 7, with me on it and some gas. Here's my wheelie bars. There's my hitch. Here's the original drawbar just swinging out of the way. These here, and just like the pedals, which I haven't done anything with the pedals. Here's the original pedals. Some farmer made a raised deck for it. So that deck was, well, right here, sitting on these tabs. It'd come out here, about this high. You can kind of see the line right there. It's a little lighter and a little darker right here. So that deck sat here, and on some risers here. So I took that off. I never cut those off, took the tabs off, or cut the risers for the brakes off. I mean, just look how crusty that is. I'm not ready to sit on that. Hydraulics still have oil in it, as you can see, and there as well. Original backlight on it. There's no front lights on it. Steering wheel is hanging in there. It's got some cracks on it, but still doing okay. The crown fenders, they're in really nice shape. The story goes, one of the guys that I bought this from, the Postman brothers, there's Chuck and Al that I mostly dealt with or worked with. Al said this was on a neighboring farm to where he was raised or born in Montana, but I cannot remember the area where he said he was from. But this, and then a GB diesel, I believe, or G6. I think it was GB diesel. So this and a GB diesel are sitting on top of a hill on that old farm. Chuck and Al stopped and got these and brought them all the way back here to Washington, up in Linden, and I ended up buying it from them. This thing, the reason it needed radiator is because the guy, somebody shot the holes in the radiator. It's like, I think there's 3 bullet holes on there. It didn't seem to hurt anything else, you know. Up there on the front of the block, the fan blade didn't get hit. It was fine. Holy cow, there's a layer, I don't know if you can see it, there's a layer of dust, cobwebs on the radiator. So even when I do get this set up with a head so I can hold water, I'll still have to blow the radiator out from this side. Man, look at all the crusties. I mean, this is just barely sticking out at the front of the barn. The muffler's still in good shape. Air cleaner with them. Oh, that's a Kerr mason jar. This will shut the gas off. That's what happens when it sits in a barn for a while. Look at all that layer of dirt and hay. Grief. At some point, somebody widened the rims. I don't know if that's quite 2 inches. .403 cubic inches of 4-cylinder Moline power. There's the original decal. There's the G, and there's the Minneapolis Moline. I don't remember a dealer decal being on this. No, I don't see it. We got some green growing on the side of the block there. I know we still got some grease in the steering box. Got a homemade hydraulic tank so I can get a bigger tank. I think this probably Either they replaced the pump or this one didn't come with a hydraulic pump. Then they added it. It's not, there's no yellow on it. There's yellow on here, but not the pump. So, I don't know. It's anticlimactic. I thought I'd have to work at it a little bit. It is just, so far it's been easy. It started to stumble and want to die. I probably could have saved it, but I just went ahead and shut the tractor off. But, oh, I used to get water in the tank real bad. The solder, if you don't know, they solder the neck to the tank all the way around. Well, that solder was busted and it was leaking, and I wasn't able to get it to solder. I'm not very good at soldering. I can weld, but I can't solder very good. I don't know if I don't have enough patience. Anyway, I took the tank off, cleaned it out, took the tank to work, and I TIG welded that neck on there. Knowing full well I should have taken my time, but I got impatient. That tank was perfect shape, and now it's got I got a bee on my arm. Oh, there he goes. Tank was in perfect shape, but I welded it too fast, and you can see where the tank dips down right here. I got it too hot and warped it. Yeah, the sheet metal on this thing is amazing, but the paint's in excellent shape, so I don't think I'm going to repaint it. So, you know what? Since I'm done, I might as well, what do you think? Wash it? I think so. It deserves it. Let's get the pressure washer out, and we'll knock 10 years of dirt and dust off this thing. God, this thing looks good. Hey, a couple quick updates. One is the RTE. The engine's still stuck. I broke a couple of tabs off the front of the crank down in there when I had the high lift jack on it. So now I've got a ratchet strap on this back end, the other two tabs on the crank, ratchet strap on it. It's not budging. I'm afraid to go too tight because I don't want to break the other two ears off and then have nothing. So I'm getting a little ahead of myself on projects. Again, this is supposed to be one that if I get it turning over easy, hopefully I can get it around and take it to the show. Doesn't look like it's happening. It's June 9th. June 9th. And our show is the last day of August. You know what? Let me look that up. All right, our show featuring Minneapolis Moline for the Puget Sound Antique Tractor and Machinery Association held at Berthelsen Park up in Linden, Washington, or just west of town, but not very far. And we're close to Canada and the Pacific Ocean. Did I mention the Cascade Mountain Range is just to our east? Yeah, we're surrounded. So our show dates are July 30, 31st, August 1st and 2nd. So it's a Wednesday through Saturday. If you're in the area, show up, support. We have tractor pulling all 4 days. We have a tractor parade all 4 days. We got kid events, candy scramble. There's old log house, a little church. I think they're setting another building up as a schoolhouse. There's a bookstore, engine shed, engine buildings. We got the small sawmill, the thick and thin, and then we have the big sawmill. We have steam, Rumley oil pulls. We have a John Deere building down at the very southern end, which a lot of people don't see because they don't realize how big the showgrounds are. They see trees and think that's the end of the showgrounds. Now, walk through the trees, and we have 2 sets of trees. We basically have 3 fields. The north, the middle of where the tractors are, and then the south field where the John Deere building is. So come on out if you'd think that might be a good time. Let's go look at Project R. Alright, Project R, I haven't touched it. I set the cover back on top of the transmission rear end, and that's it. And Shiloh hasn't moved either. Oh, he's dreaming. See his tail paws going. Yep. So I need to keep my focus on this as far as bigger projects. Yeah, I want to get the cylinder blocks on the G705 one replaced, and then get freeze plugs put back in it, and then put it back together. I want to get heads for the G Moline that we just got out, but I have a rear end located for this. It's down in Oregon, and I've got to go get it. And I'm not sure when that's going to happen, or if it'll happen before the show or not. I hope so. So I'd love to go down there. What else? Oh, yeah, so we need to stay focused on Project R as far as buying parts. I'd like to pull that this year. Hopefully, I keep moving my deadline, but I keep resetting my deadline. All right, we're gonna wrap things up now. Here's the G70, or the G. Here's the G 1952 G. It's all cleaned up, roughly. Could use a little more cleaning. I'll do that. Maybe a hand wash. Anyway, layers of dirt. Oh, I missed a spot. Look how thick that is. Shoot, that dirt and stuff was so thick on top of that hood and gas tank, it was coming off in chunks. You can see the operator station now. See the gauges. Somebody installed a Hobbs gauge on there, an hour meter. So let's see, gas shut off. Put the can on top. I don't see rain in the forecast, but I don't need help wrecking my engines. I can do that on my own just fine. Thank you. Alright, I guess that's it. Uneventful, but eventful. The thing runs. I was concerned. Then it started right up like I ran it yesterday. Yeah, it deserves more attention than what I've been giving it. So we're going to change that at some point. Maybe it's a winter project. I don't know. Both of these, the 705 and the G, really need to get back to where they can be used and played with. So, and enjoyed. Well, that's going to be it. I thanks everybody for watching. Appreciate it. And we'll see you in the next one. Bye.